My mom's heart disease relapsed, and my husband said he would come back immediately to take her to the hospital, but he was called away by a phone call from his little sweetheart midway, causing my mom to miss the best time for treatment and die on the same day. That night, his little sweetheart posted a photo of them drinking together on social media. If I hadn't been absent back then, I should be the one marrying him now. By my mom's body, heartbroken, I replied casually, "Scheming bitch, it's yours from now on." After handling my mom's affairs, I blocked all of Chris Savage's contact information. For 2 years of marriage, whenever Bella needed him, Chris would always rush to her side first. As for me, by the time he realized I had already solved all the problems on my own. At the critical moment when my mom's life was in danger, I thought he would prioritize what mattered most. But his disregard for me went beyond my limits. Since he didn't care about my mom's life or death, it meant he had no feelings for me at all. I wiped my tears and went back to our home. It used to be the place I longed for every day after work, but now I saw it as a prison. Just as I reached the door, I heard Bella's coquettish voice inside. "It's all my fault. If I hadn't twisted my ankle, you could have gone to help Lucy." I sneered. Though she said this, every time I needed Chris, she would always intervene and take him away, then pretend to take the blame afterward to gain Chris's sympathy. Poor acting. But Chris always fell for it. Chris spoke with a gentleness I had never felt before. "Bella, how can you blame yourself? If I don't go, she'll just call an ambulance. But you can't be left without someone to take care of you. And it's just a heart attack. One attack won't kill you." I was filled with resentment. What did he mean by "one attack won't kill you"? It was precisely because of this one attack that my mom couldn't make it. Because I trusted his words that he would come back immediately, I failed to call an ambulance in time, causing my mom to miss the best time for rescue. I suddenly threw open the door. At that moment, Bella Molly was half leaning in Chris's arms. Chris was affectionately stroking her head. When he saw me come back, Chris was stunned but made no move to push Bella away. Their intimacy in front of me was nothing new. In the past, I would have made a scene and then lost in Bella's weak and aggrieved act, but now I no longer cared. I looked at them and said curtly, "Very good." Then I ignored them and went straight to the bedroom. My disregard seemed to hurt Chris's pride and he frowned. "Lucy, how's your mom doing?" My mom? Wasn't she having a name familiar to him? After being married for so long, he still refuses to change his way of speaking. I stayed silent and continued packing my things. Chris clicked his tongue and called out to the bedroom. "I'm asking you a question. Stop acting like a blockhead." I dragged my suitcase in front of him and coldly retorted, "Don't you always wish I was a blockhead? That way no one would disturb you both." At this moment, I noticed Bella's slippers. They were my favorite pair. Chris knew I had a cleanliness obsession, but still let her wear them, and there were no signs of any ankle injury on her. Bella pretended to be in pain, let out a cry of discomfort, and fell into Chris's arms. She cast a glance at me, as if declaring her ownership of Chris. Chris immediately embraced her upon seeing this, tenderly massaging her in concern. Bella pretended to be understanding and said, "Lucy, I'm sorry. If I hadn't sprained my ankle and couldn't go to the hospital on my own, Chris wouldn't have had to come take care of me." Her way of scheming was disgusting. Chris also feigned sincerity and said, "I was actually planning to visit the hospital. How's it over there?" Watching their performative exchange, I suddenly felt ridiculous. From dating to marriage, I loved Chris for 5 years, considering him as my one and only, yet he never cared about my concerns. I remembered what my mother said to me before she passed away. She said, "Lucy, don't hold on to things that can't be kept. Be happy so I can leave in peace."